Hi, Maria. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, teacher.
Hello, Maria. Well, Maria, you are the only one connected. Okay.
Yes, I know.
Okay. So we are going to give 2 extra minutes, okay, for the rest of your classmates to join so we can get started. Is that all right?
Okay, I have just wake up, teacher. You know, but I remember you tell us to be punctual. That's why I
Yeah.
I hear.
Yeah. Thank you so much for that. The thing is that, yeah, I want to share, or I want to start this class by sharing the calendar of activities, and so, and well, I want to wait at least for 1 extra minute for the rest, so at least I can have like two more extra students to get information. Okay.
Okay, teacher. Teacher, don't worry.
Okay,
I
thank you so much. Hey, Roxana. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, Miss.
Hi, hello. Very good. Okay, so just a second. I'm just trying to open this presentation. Well, not in a presentation exactly, but this document because well there are some important aspects to share with you. Okay, this time. Okay, just a second. Okay. Okay, guys. Well, welcome to this second day of class. All right. Before starting, okay, well, I hope you had enjoyed your holidays. Okay, and please, don't forget your webcams. Okay, don't forget to turn them on. Okay, so we can share this information. Okay, let me share this screen with you. Okay, and let me verify. Hi, Maria. Hello. Good morning. Hello, Rosarita. Hello. Good morning. Hello, hello. Okay. Well, as you could see, okay, as you could see here, well, I was sharing a wrong one, okay? But now this is the correct one. Guys, as you could see, all right, last Wednesday we missed a class due to the holidays, remember?
Yes,
Okay. And of course, there are some missing hours that we have to recover. Okay. So from Monday the 3rd, okay, from Monday the 3rd till Wednesday, no, I mean Friday the 7th, okay, we are going to take some extra minutes from our classes. Okay. So this Monday, this upcoming Monday, all right, we are leaving at 9:20 a.m. Okay. The same on Wednesday. Okay. 9:20 a.m. And on Friday, we are leaving at 9 and 10 a.m. Okay. This is going to be the data of recovery. Okay. All right. Just for those days. Okay. Then we had as well the calendar of activities. Okay. And I'm gonna check this. Well, this information or these calendars are also in the Padlet for students. Okay, I couldn't share them last class because it wasn't available yet, right? So now that we have it there, okay, we can see that we started this Monday. Okay, this Monday. Okay, last Wednesday we couldn't come because that was holiday. Okay, and today, okay, we are having our second lesson. Okay, in this lesson, I'm gonna share with you the Viventure project instructions so I can enable you, okay, I can, set the time, okay, for you to start having this time to upload, okay, this Viventure project. Okay, next Monday, I will be giving you the speaking task one instruction so you can get ready for the speaking task that will be on Friday. Okay. Important deadlines. Okay. Important deadlines. First of all, guys, the first of your deadlines is the homework. Okay. On Tuesday, the 11th, August the 11th. Okay. is the final deadline to submit homework 1. Okay. Then your writing test, okay, you will have up to August the 13th. Okay. The speaking task, the first speaking task will be taken next Friday the 7th. Okay, as you can see here, let me examine the page. Look. Okay, this is a speaking task 1. Okay, next Friday. Okay, the second speaking task will be on Friday the 21st. Okay, the last day of classes. All right. Then the Viventure project deadline will be available, okay, from today, okay, until the 20th, okay, August the 20th at 11:59. Okay. So it's almost a whole month, right? It's almost a whole month. Okay, so take notes of these. Okay, this is one of the most important evaluations. Actually, guys, all these evaluations are very important, right? Because when I don't know if you have noticed when a student misses, okay, one of them, all right, the percentage, okay, the average, right, lowers considerably. Okay, so yeah. Okay, well, the first homework, which deadline is in August the 11th. Okay, and the second homework, August the 19th. Okay, and the final exam window. Okay, you have this gap to solve this final exam from August the 17th, okay, to August the 20th. Okay, yes, okay, so please take note, all right, of these important deadlines. I don't know how to do, okay, to share this calendar in the WhatsApp group, okay, without my face appearing. But let's see. Maybe I can do this. Okay. Okay, let's see. Okay. And let me send this as well. Okay, in the WhatsApp group so you can have this information, right? This is advanced 3. Okay, so the calendar of activities. And let me edit this. Okay, so um, good. Okay, it's there. Okay, I have also sent it. All right there, so you can have it. Okay, very good. Okay, then let me verify this. Mm, okay, just a second. Just a second, please. Okay, good. All right, so let's see. Guys, can you please confirm if we have read last class this text? Have we read this text?
Uh, we read yes, yes,
Yes?
but
Okay.
one only one.
Only once?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, don't worry. Okay, don't worry because um we are going, okay, guys, before starting, we are going to continue, okay, with the um with the topic we have been talking about last class. Miss, what exactly? Well, do you remember that we started uh, establishing, let's say, this difference between an optimist and a pessimist? Remember?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. Did you?
Yes, right. And actually, okay, last class we also saw this
Yes.
picture, right?
And
Remember?
we did a survey also.
Yeah, all right. You took a test, right, in which you could get like an idea of how optimist or how pessimist you are towards life, right? Okay. And actually, that was one of the pictures that summarized, okay, the few things that we talked about yesterday. Well, not yesterday, last class. Okay. All right. How do you see this glass of water? Hmm? Is the glass half empty or half full, right? Okay. So the purpose of this class today, guys, is to continue talking about that in order to, okay, introduce some adjectives that describe attitude, okay? Some adjectives that describe attitude according to this advanced 3 level, okay? In this topic as well, we are going to talk about future probability, okay? We are going to talk about future probability in order to introduce, okay, some future expressions, right? Like unlikely, likely, or could. Okay. Miss, can we use could to talk about the future? Yes. Okay. So we are going to check that out. Okay. We are going to check that out. Okay. The use of certainly, the use of chance. Okay. So this is the purpose of this lesson today. Okay. There we go. So let me share this. Okay, so by the end of the class, guys, you will be able to use these future expressions to talk about possibilities, all right? Future possibilities. Okay, all right. Okay, very good. Exactly. So let's see. Okay, let's see. Okay, so well, we saw that. Tell me, if I say I am an optimist, or I am a pessimist, or I am a realist. Tell me, guys, that's an adjective. Those are adjectives or nouns. Yeah, when we say that.
Teacher, you are sharing your WhatsApp.
No way. No way. No way. Oh, really? But I wasn't sharing my.
And now, yes, yes, realice sus comunicados del correo electrónico con Q10. That's it. Yeah, now, yes.
No,
Now,
yes. Oh my
yes,
goodness.
yes.
That's my
Yeah,
blooper moment.
yeah, okay.
I was asking for some material.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I was trying to talk about these guys. When I say, for example, I am an optimist, or a pessimist, or a realist, tell me, guys, what is that? Adjective? Okay, adjective
It's
or noun?
now.
A noun?
No.
Yeah, those are nouns. Okay, so you can say that, right? Nouns. An optimist, a pessimist, okay, a realist. Okay, but how about if I say my perspective is optimistic or pessimistic or realistic? Adjective or
Adjective.
okay? Sometimes we can get confused by those, right? Okay, because they look like pretty similar, no? But well, that's the idea, right? That's the difference. Okay. So, guys, tell me please, Maria, how would you define an optimist? Huh?
Someone who thinks that everything he he's going to do is going to be good or successful.
Mm-hmm. Okay, very good. Yes, exactly. Okay, someone who thinks positively most of the time, right? Or that
Mm-hmm.
always thinks well, right? Excellent. Okay, very good. Uh-huh. Roxana, how about you? How would you define now a pessimist?
Poor fellow, he's handed on men on the left,
Sorry?
men on the left, pessimist.
Ah, yeah, okay, okay. The man on the left is pessimist. Okay, okay. Yeah. But in your opinion, okay, I just wanted you to define, not to give a definition of a pessimist. What do you think a pessimist is?
Person, mm, person, no, no, yeah, y faldea, hombre, negative person. Mm.
Or in one word, tell me, Rosanita, what a pessimist is, in your opinion. Okay.
A negative person for whom everything goes wrong.
Sorry, a negative person?
For whom everything goes wrong.
Okay, all right. Who thinks that everything is brown? Okay. Yes, exactly, right? Exactly. So look at this example, right? Look at this example. Okay. In the picture, we can see a situation. Okay. We can see a situation. Okay. We can see a situation in which what is happening? What is happening here in this picture? Look at the picture on the left. And what is happening in this situation, right?
Man on the left.
Sorry?
Man on the left.
What is happening with the man on the left? What is happening with this man on the left?
Four guys he have there.
Or maybe Maria, what do you see in this picture on the left? What is happening?
Someone, a man is in the hospital,
Mm-hmm.
uh, and one of the doctor, I think, is the doctor, or one, or their friends that are visiting him. And one of them think that he has death, and the another the opposite. Uh, they have different point of view about the health of the man, and he's going to recover or not.
Exactly, right? Yes. And look, right? Sometimes we see life like that way, right? Okay. Yes. Okay. Sometimes, okay. And I think that it depends. I don't know if you agree. It depends most of the time or how happy you are, right? Or the feelings in the moment, right? Because imagine that you have had a terrible day. So maybe you will look at the situation like this man here, right? This man on the left. Okay. But if you have had a very incredible day, probably, right, you will see or you would see, okay, this sick fellow, all right,
Mhm.
like alive, right? So yeah, maybe that depends on that. Okay. So,
Teacher,
okay.
sorry,
Yes.
I you said at the beginning that you say he's an optimistic. You can do a sentence where he's optimistic. Is it possible also or not?
He's optimistic. Yeah, but optimistic as it is an adjective, it will have to be followed by another word. Like might be
He's an
depending on the optimistic, yeah, it could have sense actually, huh? It could have sense. Okay, let me put okay two sentences, okay, so we can set the difference. Okay, yeah,
yeah.
yeah, okay. Right. I'm gonna put these sentences so we can get that difference. Okay, so let's see. Okay, look, I have this. For example, let's see. Okay, for example, okay? Optimist is a noun, right? Because it talks about a person who usually expect, right, good things to happen, right? For example, she is an optimist. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
she is an optimist. Okay, so she is a person who usually expect good things to happen. Okay, but an optimistic, okay, describe, okay, when I say optimistic, it describes how someone feels or thinks. Okay, for example, she is optimistic about what? About
Oh.
her future. Okay, so about her future, she thinks positively. Okay, she feels optimistic about the future, about her future. Okay, all right. Okay, so optimistic. Okay, sorry. An optimist is the person. Okay, optimistic is the feeling or the attitude. Okay.
And you can say she's an she's an optimistic person.
Uh, she's an optimistic person. I think that would sound like a bit redundant.
Or an optimistic doctor.
Yeah, yes. She's an optimistic doctor. Yes, because she feels like she's or he's going to have a very good results in everything that he has. All right. Okay.
But if you use optimistic, you have to uh, uh, a noun to to optimistic. Yeah, it's only is yes, an optimistic, but you need optimistic. You need complement, or you need a noun that you are qualifying. Yeah, like in Spanish, I was thinking I tried to compare the grammar. That's why it's okay
Ah, yeah.
to
Okay.
you.
So try. Okay. Okay. Yeah, I understand. Don't worry, Maria. Well, try not to do it, okay? Because sometimes we get confused by that, right? By trying to make this translation, right? Because in Spanish it's optimista, no?
No,
Optimista.
yes, I know, but you remember the A9 linguistic, and I need to make it like a comparative grammar, and
Mm-hmm.
to know if it is possible or not. There are some similarities or not. That's why I'm asking.
Okay. All right. So, for example, when I say optimist, okay, remember who is an optimist? Okay, Roxana. Roxana is an optimist. Okay. All right. So, how, right? How is Roxana an optimist? Okay, because she's always optimistic towards life. Okay, she always thinks positively, right?
Mhm.
She always thinks positively about life in general. You see?
Mm.
Okay. For example, Emma is an optimist. Okay, so she always believes things will get better. Okay, Emma is an optimist. Okay, so she thinks, all right, she always believes things will get, sorry, wait, will get better. Okay, yes, okay, all right. So optimist, yeah, all right, optimist describes who Emma is. You see? Optimist. Who Emma is. All right? But if I say Emma is optimistic about getting the promotion this year, okay, I am using here optimistic. Optimistic, okay? So in this case, I am saying that, or I am describing how Emma feels, okay, about what? About the promotion. Yes? Better?
Yes, teacher.
Yes. Or for example, look, even during difficult times, my grandfather has always been an optimist. Okay, so it's a person who thinks, okay, I'm describing my grandfather, right? Who is he? Okay, who is my grandfather? A person who has always been an optimist, even during difficult times. Okay, and how does my grandfather feel? Okay, my grandfather is optimistic that the family will overcome these challenges. Okay, so he feels in this moment, right, that the family will overcome these challenges. Okay, Neil, yes. Hello, good morning.
Morning, teacher. I'm glad
Hello.
to.
No.
Oh, summarizing, teacher, I could say, for example, if we talk about optimist and optimistic person, I can say optimist is generally to describe a person, maybe, and optimistic, for example, is when we want to talk about the future, maybe an action or maybe plans.
Yeah, exactly. All right. Okay, an optimist describes what kind of person you are. Okay, you are this kind of person who always thinks positively, right? That always thinks that good things are going to happen. Okay, but if I say you are an optimistic, okay, I am describing how you feel about a specific situation. All right, you are optimistic about your exam. Okay, so optimist, your identity, the kind of person you are. Optimistic, your attitude, your feeling toward a specific situation. Yes? Yes? Okay, good. Okay, so Maria, clearer now?
Yes, teacher.
Yeah, fantastic. Okay, so that's the idea. Yeah, it's kind of confusing sometimes, right? Because they look pretty similar, right? And actually we like, yeah, we get this kind of or immediate translation, right? Into Spanish, so we could get confused, okay? But now that we said this difference, it's going to be like better, a lot better now. Okay, good. Let's see. Okay, very good. So let's see. Yeah, excellent. So well, before this, okay, before sharing this, okay, I was trying to set these definitions, right? For the ones who have just joined, we were trying to make a recall on what on the topics we have been checking last class, okay? And we were setting a definition of an optimist and a pessimist, right? Okay, so an optimist is, of course, a person who, sorry, okay, who, okay, can you please read Neil this definition?
Yes, teacher.
Yes.
optimist is someone who always expects good things to happen or things to be successful.
Yes, exactly. Very good. Okay. All right. On the other hand, okay, a pessimist is, Maria, please, you can read.
A pessimist is someone who always expects bad things to happen.
Exactly. Okay. So a pessimist is the opposite, right? A person who, okay, who expect bad things to happen. Okay. All right. And well, we were checking this situation, right? In which, well, this poor man was sick, very sick. Okay. And all right, these two friends, all right, were trying to see or give their opinions about this sick man. Okay. So guys, there is an idiom, okay? There is an idiom that well, it's an important one, huh? Okay, it's an important one. Okay, that I don't know if you have heard, but actually it exists a song that I'm going to share with you. Okay, look. I'm sorry about it. So Pamela, can you please read this idiom? Pamela? Okay, or maybe Roxanita. Roxanita, can you please read this idiom?
What doesn't keep you? The otro es make you stronger.
Yes, what doesn't kill you makes you stronger. Guys, have you checked or have you read this or have you known this idiom before? Hmm?
Yes,
No?
teacher.
Yes? Okay, I'm gonna share with you a song. There is a song. I don't know if you have heard that one. Okay, but it has a very good letter. Okay, I'm gonna project this song. Okay, just for a couple of for 1 minute. Okay, so you can hear it. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Okay. I think this one here. Yeah, this one, I think. Okay. Well, I'm gonna put the lyrics, okay, so you can read a little bit what is this song about. And actually it talks about this, right? An optimist, being an optimist, right? Being an optimist. Okay. Yeah. Let's see. Can you see this? I think I'm sharing. Let me verify. Am I? Yeah, yes, I'm okay, just for 1 minute, okay? Look, listen to this song. Maybe you have heard it.
You know the bed feels warmer, sleeping here alone. You know I dream in color and do the things I want. You think you got the best of me, think you've had the last laugh, bet you think that everything good is gone. Think you left me broken down, think that I'll come running back. Maybe you don't know me 'cause you're dead wrong. What doesn't kill you makes you stronger. Stand a little taller, doesn't mean I'm wrong.
Okay, just the least part. Guys, have you listened to this song before?
Yes,
Yes?
yes.
Yeah, it's a good one, right? Okay, and
Yeah,
it,
yeah.
yes, right. And actually, it talks about this, right? It talks about how to see life, right? How optimist or how optimist we have to be, right, toward life. Okay, and some specific situation. So that's why I introduced this idiom, right? Look at this little mouse. Okay, look at this little mouse on the PPT here. Okay, are these mice? Look, right? What is he trying to do? Mhm. What is this little mouse trying to do in this picture?
Hmm.
Look at the picture or look at the presentation. What is this little mouse trying to do?
Is trying to turn difficult in opportunity to be stronger or better.
Exactly, right? He's trying to get this piece of cheese, right? And okay, they took advantage of this, let's say, um, this disadvantage, all right, and took this disadvantage as an advantage, actually, all right, and and become stronger, right, like this. Okay, very good. Okay, so um, let me move to the other part. Okay, and actually we did a test. Okay, and we checked this part, right? How optimist or pessimist we were, right, or we are. Okay. Guys, so my question for you is this. Is it better to be optimistic, pessimistic, or somewhere in the middle? What do you think?
Somewhere in the middle.
Why,
Be-
Maria?
Because if you are optimistic all the time, perhaps you are not uh, realistic in some occasions. Uh, for example, if you have a a disease that is terminal, you is unrealistic to say or to be an optimistic. No? Uh, but there's some things that depends on you in the for example to study for an exam to to follow the opportunity that someone gives you. But I think the things you can think I hope the best for this situation. But in these cases I think that the last word have the body of the another person of the opinion of specialists.
Okay, very interesting answer, Maria. Very balanced. Actually, it was a very balanced, right? A very balanced answer. Okay, thank you for sharing. Pamela. Pamelita, can you hear me? Okay, or maybe Neil, what do you think?
Oh, it's better to be optimistic, pessimistic. I think well, in my case, I think it's better to be optimistic. Pessimistic is not a word, maybe. It could be realistic, but you can see the things um, in a better way. It depends. If you want to do something, if you are optimistic, you have the positive vibrations, maybe, or realize many things that you want. Um, so then I think it could be changed this word, pessimistic for realistic, but optimistic and realistic. It's not the same meaning, but I think they can be related in both of them.
Okay, yeah, right. Okay, so you would choose like a mix of them, right?
Yeah, teacher.
So you prefer to be somewhere in the middle. Okay, a very balanced, right? A very balanced answer. Rosanna, you, what do you think?
Little optimist and little pessimistic.
Why? Why, Rosanna?
Realistic. Um, if something goes wrong, you evaluate your shortcomings in order to improve. We don't succumb to excess guilt.
Okay, so when you say your shortcomings, tell me, what do you mean?
Prueba.
Sorry?
Prueba, exam.
Okay. Thank you. Okay. Very good. Very, very good. Excellent. Yeah, right? Being optimistic sometimes helps you stay motivated, but being a little realistic or cautious, as Neil mentioned, right, helps you make better decisions, right? Okay, so maybe not pessimistic, as Neil said, but maybe by being realistic or cautious, right? Cautious. Okay, this is a new word for you. Okay. Okay, so if you are somewhere in the middle, you are a balanced person. Okay, a balanced person. Are cautious. Okay, cautious. Excellent. Then. Very good. All right, so let's move to our books. Okay, let me move to our books. Okay. And here, okay, before sharing some extra vocabulary regarding this topic, guys, there is, okay, or well, actually, there are some sentences, okay, for you to complete. With which words? With these ones. Okay, we have optimistic, okay, optimism, and optimist. Okay, look at here, look at here. In this slide, okay, all right here, you have on the top of these sentences, you have 3 words: optimistic, optimism, and optimist. Okay, so guys, what I want you to do is to complete these 3 sentences, okay, with the best word. All right, so in 30 seconds, we compare together, okay? Please, choose the one that you consider correct and that fits better in each of them. Okay, please, let's do it. Okay, 30 seconds left. Okay, fantastic. All right, so number 1, and always make good company.
Mm, mm,
Mhm. Tami. And optimistic, or optimism?
Optimist.
An optimist, okay? Let's see. An optimist. Yes, an optimist. Very good. Okay. Then, Peruvian people feel about their soccer team.
Optimistic.
Optimistic. Yes. Very good. And the last one. A healthy dose of is always good.
Optimism.
Optimism. Okay. All right. Okay. All right. Very. So we are taking here that um look, those are nouns, no? Okay, but in even a optimistic, okay, or in optimist, sorry, we continue talking about the person, right? Okay, but with optimism, we are talking about the feeling in general. Okay, okay, like in Spanish when we say optimismo. Okay, like this. Fantastic. Okay, so this is a noun, this is an adjective, and tell me, guys, the last one is a noun or adjective?
Uh, Noun.
A noun. Yes. Okay. It's a noun. Okay. But actually it's an abstract noun. Okay. It's an abstract noun. Okay. Yes. Very good. Well, we are going to stop here, guys, because last class we were reading. Okay. Just for a second, we are stopping here. Okay. Because last class we read an important, right? An important text that it talked about, okay, why we think we are going to have a long and happy life, remember? Okay. And well, okay, just to recall, okay, some of this information given or provided by this book, okay, we are going to read this again, okay, in order to recall, okay, some important information. Okay, so there are 2, 3, and 4 paragraphs. Okay, and let's start reading. Okay, so for the first paragraph, please, Maria, you can help us read.
Yes. Mm, uh, number one, yes, or the on the beginning.
From the beginning to the whole paragraph 1.
Okay, researchers have found that people all over the world share an important characteristic, optimism. Sue Reynolds explains what it's all about. Continue?
Please.
Okay. We're all above average. Try asking a 20-year-old these questions. What kind of career will you have? How long do you think you'll live? Most people think they'll be able to earn above average salaries, but only some of the population can be in that top half. Most young men in Europe will say they expect to live well into their 80s, but the average life expectancy for European men is 75. Most people will give an answer that is unrealistic because nearly everyone believes they will be better than the average. Obviously, they can all be right. Most people are also optimistic about their own strengths and abilities. Ask people, how well do you get on with other people? Or how intelligent are the people in your family? And they'll usually say they're above average. Again, they can all be right. We we can all be better than everyone else, but that's what we think.
Very good. Thank you, Maria. Okay, just few words in here, okay? Just few words here.
Half, no? Half.
Have.
Unrealistic.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Have. Okay. This
Half.
about. All right. About.
About.
All right.
About.
Unrealistic and family.
Family.
Family. Mm-hmm. Yes.
Family or family?
I think it's family. Let me verify, okay? Because I think I've heard, okay, in a movie, family, right? Family. Yes, family.
Family.
Family. All right. But it's like we don't pronounce the I in the middle. Family.
Family. Family.
Family. Right.
Family. Family.
Look, family. Look.
Now the
Family.
I, yes? Family.
Yes.
Family. Okay, thank you.
Yes. Yeah, don't worry. Okay. Like a little bit lower. Okay.
Family.
Family. Yeah. Okay. Well, we always thought that we say like family, right? But it's family. Okay. The I doesn't sound. Family. Very good. Thank you, Maria. Okay. Roxana, can you please read the second paragraph?
The text.
Am I sharing the text? No? Yes, can you see it? Let me check. I think I'm sharing.
Looking on the bright side, there is a reason for this. Reset as shorthand on the whole. We are optimistic by nature and have a positive view of ourselves. In fact, we are much more optimistic than realistic and frequently imagine things will turn out better than they actually do. Most people don't expect their marriage to end in divorce. They don't expect to lose their jobs or to be diagnosed with a life-threatening disease. For more than things do go wrong, they are often quick to find something positive in all the gloom. Many people who feel for example, are quite sure they were just lucky with the question and they all do better next time. For people who have a serious violence often say that it was really positive because it made them appreciate life more. We really are very good at looking on the bright side.
All right, thank you, Rosanita. Okay, so a few words. Furthermore. Okay, furthermore.
Furthermore,
This one, unlucky.
unlucky,
Really.
really,
This one, illness. Illness.
illness,
Appreciate.
appreciate.
Okay, very good. Okay. So, well, guys, we learned today, okay, before we finish, we learned, okay, today the difference, right, between optimistic, and optimism, right? And we also talked about these positive and negative attitudes, right? Okay, so guys, can anyone tell me what is the difference between optimist and optimistic? What is the difference between optimist and optimistic?
Optimist is a noun, and there's the person who is here. And
Yeah.
optimistic is an adjective, is like a quality.
Exactly. The feeling, right?
The
How the
feeling.
person feels. Very good. Yes. Okay. So guys, is optimism a person or an attitude? Is optimism a person or an attitude?
I think teacher is a general description, an abstract noun.
Exactly. An abstract noun, a general description. Okay. The attitude. Exactly. Okay. It refers only at the attitude. Very good. Okay. Guys, I want you to give me one sentence using optimistic. Okay. Give me just one sentence using optimistic. Okay, in the chat box, please. One sentence using optimistic. Very good, Neil. I feel very optimistic about the final exam. Excellent. Excellent. Another example, please, guys. Please. In the chat box, in the chat box. One sentence using optimistic. My mom is optimistic about the trip. Good. Excellent, Maria. Excellent. Yes. Okay. And I was optimistic about passing the exam because I had studied enough. Perfect, Roxanne. Good job. Huh? Okay. Okay. So guys, if you can think about it, tell me, what was the easiest word to remember today? When did you think, well, that was the easiest one to remember?
Talking about this topic, teacher, it could be optimist.
Optimist. Okay, very good. Optimistic, Maria. Okay, very good. Okay. Uh-huh. And the most difficult part of today's lesson, in your opinion? For example, Maria, for you, what was the most difficult part of today's lesson? You can be honest.
At the beginning of the class to know the position of optimistic yeah, the optimistic when you have to decide if when you have to use an optimist instead of optimistic when you talk about the feeling. Yeah.
Yeah, right. Because there was maybe this automatic translation, right? And we say like, well, how can we in Spanish associate this word to my mother tongue, right? Okay, very good. Thank you, Maria. Roxana, for you, what was the most difficult part of today's lesson?
Adjective optimistic and optimist.
Sorry?
An adjective optimistic and now optimist.
Okay.
Person y el otro es descripción.
Okay, okay. Thank you. Thank you so much. Neil, for you.
Oh, teacher, I think in the beginning, maybe the difference between these words, optimistic, optimism, and optimism. But I think it's all clear.
Oh, yes, and That's good to hear. Excellent. Well, I have sent you a message, guys, okay, that I want you to bring up for next class, okay, for homework, okay, next class, write 5 sentences, okay? I want you to write 5 sentences using today's vocabulary, okay? So make sure, guys, that you use optimist, optimistic, and optimism correctly, okay? Yes? Yeah. Okay, the homework is in the WhatsApp group. Okay, so excellent job today, guys. Thank you so much for your participation. Have a wonderful day, and I'll see you in our next class. Okay, next Monday. Okay, take care. Don't forget that next class. Okay, next class we are starting with the recovery of this missing session we have on Wednesday. Okay, so bye
Okay,
bye,
teacher.
guys. Thank
Bye.
you so much. Thank you. Bye bye.
Bye, teacher. Take care.
Bye. Take care.
Thank you, teacher.
Thanks to you. Bye bye.